Clash of Clans podcast, episode 83.
It only took 83 times to get that right.
And we're back with the Clash of Clans with the fans and stands. I'm your pal, Biggie Boner. I'm right here with my pal, Scotty.
Hey, yo.
And the lovely lady B in the house.
Or as we like to call him, Johnny Big Leg.
Fuck you.
Yeah, what? We're here at the
Get out of my house.
Clash Clans studio at WBCT Radio, talking about all things Clash Clans, ClashClansPodcast.com. Last time we recorded, we talked all about a push. This time it's been a little while, and we got some new things to talk about, different things that are happening. Scotty's been on walkabout with other clans. The House of Zod was doing something special this weekend, and that war's almost over, and it's looking pretty good.
Yeah, and this is how committed Dirty Pirate. He said, "Nice job on the war, Al. Hiked up the mountain to get some self-service." He's out in the middle of nowhere this weekend.
Hey, if you got to be,
how the war
you got to be an SI. Somebody posted a picture of it was a concert. Like everybody's got their phones up because they're recording the concert and taking pictures of the guy. Somebody's got their phone up and you can just clash. And he's like holding it up so it looks like he's recording it, but he's got his finger on it. You're like, gotta protect that face.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's like he goes to extreme lengths to show that he's not a nerd.
Yeah. Oh, hey, I'm at the concert, but I better check this shit.
Yeah.
I gotta collect.
Gotta stop ceremonies.
We're in the middle of a war. I gotta donate some shit to my boys.
Schedule your wedding around it. Then the war. We got to get in here. We got to get going. I got to get my attack in yet before the reception.
I think the war can be scheduled around the wedding.
Yeah, I think that would be kind of a thing.
Maybe.
We'll see what.
But then everything runs behind schedule, and you're like, "Oh, I thought I planned it right."
Yeah. Well, I guess a wedding's probably on a Saturday. You would have your weekend war would start. You start right away on Thursday, so you're done Friday.
That's my fantasy war weekend.
Oh, yeah. You're going to talk about your fantasy war thing. I don't know. You haven't really said anything.
Well, yeah, it's actually pretty interesting. She was explaining to me they're doing a fantasy draft on there. So why don't you get right into that? Minnesota Nice, Lady B's over there, and they're doing a fantasy clash draft kind of a thing.
Ooh.
Explain.
We do... So there's a leader and two co-leaders. So we have 3 fantasy teams. So they divvied up... We've got let's see here. We've got 47 people, but it's 45 members are divvied up into 3 15-member teams.
Ooh.
So last weekend they lost.
I guess we can just say, hey.
Yeah, hey.
God, move over. So last weekend they had a war, and so there's 45 possible stars to get because you've got 15 people.
Okay.
And so they lost by 19 stars. So they are at negative 19 right now. Because they lost by 19. Because it's a fantasy league.
So the leader and the 2 co-leaders each were the captains of a team, and then they did the draft, and they picked everybody until there was 3 15-man teams. And the first team lost by 19. Mm-hmm. So they got a score of negative 19. Mm-hmm. And now it's your turn.
So now it's our war this weekend.
Oh,
so it's my
okay.
team.
So you guys aren't competing at the same time.
No.
Yeah, right. I thought that's what was going on, but no, it's.
So each weekend is a different
team.
So last weekend was one team. This weekend is my team. Well, it's not my team. It's the co-leaders team, but I'm on that team, and so.
Could you be in both wars? Or you had to be on one side or the other?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's 3 wars, 15-man
the 2
wars.
co-leader. Oh, so it's the leader, 2
Okay. Yeah. So everybody just picked a member until.
Why can't you do that in one war?
How could you?
Because you'd pick your 3-person, your 15-person team, and then in that war, whatever those people got for stars.
Yes, but then then people would be sniping easy shit, and it would. I see what you're talking about, but I think that they did it the right way because you would have.
Because you'd be.
It's already set. Like these are like.
Because then you don't have people
people,
cutthroating each other.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. And then the same 15 people are on the same. So like every 3 weeks on a Saturday.
That goddamn thing.
The crisis of the universe, I tell you.
It's 8 o'clock. It's got.
I like that idea, though.
Who's got to tell me?
I think that would be cool. We kind of did that this weekend. Matt selected people to do the weekend war because a bunch of us opted out. And so he kind of just did a draft, I think, of like 15.
So we just have a calendar, so it's...
So, okay. So, wait, is it just those people that are... So you didn't war at all last weekend?
So I did not war at all last weekend.
Okay.
I did my regular Sunday, Tuesday.
Okay.
The whole clan does a war on Sunday. The whole clan does a war on Tuesday. And then a
third of the clan.
A third of the clan does a war
over the weekend.
On...
Right. Yeah, that's what the weekend war.
Friday.
You make the weekend war.
And I guess it's the the luck of the matchup is screw you, but
what happens if somebody leaves? And you'd have
I don't know. That
screwed.
hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Because if it's 3 weeks or whatever, so it would be. I like that idea.
So let's see here. Yeah. So then we just have a calendar of who, like which team.
So maybe you could.
When.
Maybe you could. If you lose a member of your team, you can select from the new people that have entered
call them
the
up from the
clan.
minors, like the roster. Yeah. And you can sign.
Or you could have alternates.
Yeah, you could sign them in. Those. But right now they're at 47, so you have 2 people that you could bring in.
Yeah, because if something came up for somebody, like in a 3-week plan, then that would work.
Yeah, you could probably have somebody sub in for you or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
And far enough in advance because you do it every 3 weeks.
Right.
So, yeah.
But yeah, you'd have that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, so it's kind of neat. It's kind of being that I don't know anything about fantasy football, I had no idea how the scoring system was going, so I really did not understand.
And it's just based on the amount of stars you get?
Right, so I didn't understand why they had a score of negative 19.
Okay.
But it was because they lost by 19, so there's... Yeah. So it's just our pretend score of 19. Like, they still had a regular war score, like in the war log.
So if they won by 1, they'd only get...
plus 1.
Plus 1.
Right.
So it's kind of like trophies, in a way. Like in the game, like, you take a big risk.
Yeah, and your matchup is going to make or break you.
Yeah. Because... Yeah, if that one clan just gets matched, like super overmatched, you're like, oh shit. But I suppose then it's like, okay, well, let's minimize the damage. L just did this war this weekend, like the crazy matchup Matt did, and it went pretty good. I think the other clan gave up. He had infiltrated over there, and had said, and he can't pronounce the name, so I don't know how he got in there. Because it's a Chinese clan.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
and so. So he went over there and he's like, "There's these donation slots that have been open for like 20 hours."
Sucks. Yeah,
they have 119 wars won though.
How? Oh, okay. So it's. I mean, that's got to be.
Maybe they put like maybe they just matched up with the like the other. Maybe they did something like we did, where we put people from different ranges for the weekend war.
Yeah.
But
119's got to be pretty close to being original,
But the score is 39-7. So it's like, if the guys just start the war and don't show up all the time?
How long is until the war is over?
Hour and 56 minutes.
Oh, okay.
They have 7 out of 30 attacks.
Yeah, I don't get that.
So they're averaging 1 star per attack.
So they've been warring nonstop since war. There's probably an original clan.
How do you get that lucky?
Well, think about this.
If these guys just don't fill...
I really want to... I know this number.
Unless people quit.
Can somebody do the math and call it in and tell me? If we...
7.
Maybe like 45. No, if you started a clan when clans was first a thing and you warred nonstop until today, how many wars
I think it's the
could that have been?
170s. I think it's the 170s now.
Well, that guy, they had one. How did they?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know how you stumble into 111 wins if this is a representation of your clan. Like, I guess I don't know how many there actually are in the clan.
I don't know.
I should check. I'll check that out. Actually,
it's going to be great if they just jam the shit out of their and just wreck you guys in the last hour.
Yeah, could you
Would
imagine?
That be something? I mean, you couldn't even be upset.
It could happen.
You couldn't even be mad.
It really could.
Right.
You couldn't even be mad. You'd have to be like, hey. somebody come over here and record all of this.
I mean, that could be their strategy.
That could
It
be.
could be.
It's legitimate.
It doesn't say. I mean,
But
it
you would
doesn't ever
have
tell
to-
you like, well, the war was 97% of their wars have been won in the last 57 minutes. Of
I
play.
wish.
Oh my
but I
God,
mean-
that would be horrible. That would be horrible. We're
Like,
sitting there.
if you knew that
There's
ahead of time, you'd be like, well, fuck me.
We've used 29 out of 30 attacks, and so like if they did come back, just everybody hit
And
in the last
what's the score?
39-7.
39-7, and you had 15 people.
Yeah. So there was 3 Town Hall 10s, 4 Town Hall 9s, and the rest were Town Hall 8s.
That's not terrible. Yeah, all right. Yeah, that's a
And-
pretty solid score, right?
And so they had 2. So it's all 3-starred all the way up, except for the top. There's the very first person you could still get 2 stars on. He's a TH10. Number 2, you could get a star. Number 4, you could get a star. 5 and 6. So, and those are 9s. So the 9s just didn't get completely 3-starred. So
How many days back does your thing?
The wins go.
Yeah. Or how many things does it hold?
There was an update, and it used to only be 10.
Yeah.
And there was an update, and after that update, they haven't lost the bottom one yet. So I think there's 14 or 15 on there now for us.
oh, so they keep them up there forever then.
I think that's what they did. I mean, it makes sense. Like, why can't you have that list? You don't have to have replays. It's just text on there. You don't
Yeah, it's
have
your
to-
record.
Yeah. And so I would love to have that back to the, retroactively back to the beginning of the houses. Wouldn't that be great to
Yeah.
be able to go back and look through all of it?
I have like
score-wise and
22 on mine.
Well, I'm sure we've got pictures too.
that seems about right. You guys have you guys were doing.
But this
3
goes
a
back
week.
like 66
I
days.
think you guys were doing 3 week longer than we were. But yeah.
No.
Right?
So
2
this,
a
if we win this war, it's going to be 50th war win tonight.
Nice.
So-
Well done.
Yeah, so we kind of hit that milestone. We had a streak of being down, and now I think we're tightening it up because, like I was telling you last time, and I think I was talking to Nat about this too, but we're really trying to make sure our attackers are good in terms of like defense, offense. Like I really want to work on defense now. Like say, okay, offense, we're starting to firm up that way because we did the top 10 take the top 20.
Yeah, we need somebody.
It was
talking
awesome.
about that. I don't really understand that.
So here's what.
And that's first. Like have them go out. top 10 go.
Just that's the range.
So
and here's
the
why.
bottom. Everybody under 10 can't touch the top 20.
Right.
Don't make that.
No, you know what? It like when you say it out loud, it kind of seems like it'd be wonky, but really, if you do like a 30-person war or a 40-person war, and you're looking at the top 20, let's say, for us, it's TH9s and down are still like below that mark. So some of our TH9s are just having to hit lower TH9s.
Sure.
And so what that did was it started just to focus our attacks because it was like, all right, if the TH9s in the middle know that they have to hit in a certain range, on this, like, okay, you have to hit 21 and below. They're going in and doing better on their attacks. And what we've done then is because they were doing so good on attacks, some of the TH9s that didn't go, we'd have it 3-starred all the way up. And people could come in and attack when they wanted. It's like, okay, you guys got to get your attacks in right away. Here's where you're taking. But they could come in and they just knew, like, okay, this one was still available. I can hit this. And they would build armies that weren't, like, they're not trying to do better than what they could do.
Well,
which sometimes happens.
Solid, yeah.
And then the people that didn't get their attacks in, but they were all 3-starred about, I think it was 6 hours of war left. I said, okay, we could use those TH9s that haven't gone to hit above that. So ideally it's like, if we 3-star everybody below that, then people can start going up higher.
Okay.
And so I take off the cap at like 6 hours or whenever we had almost all those stars, like except for maybe one.
Sure.
So I'm like, well, if 5 TH9s come in the next hour, we could use their attacks up higher better than if they went and got that 1 star that there was like 4 people that could probably get that 1 star.
Okay.
So it was like, okay, now it makes sense to go above this mark because all of this is 3-star.
Okay, I see where you're coming from, but on the alternate side of that, we do from the bottom up, a basic go from the bottom up kind of a thing. We usually get matched up with a few Town Hall 10s, lots of Town Hall 9s, some Town Hall 8s, and maybe a Town Hall 7. That Town Hall 7 basically doesn't get touched because whoever gets boxed out has to go down and take it out. So don't even think about it. But the Town Hall 8s, let's get the Town Hall 8s gone. So all of our low Town Hall 8s start going up.
And that's what we
start
want.
Attacking up, and then the middle Town Hall 8s, finish and attack up. Little Town Hall, and then once while we're doing that, the Town Hall 9s are like, I'm going to go after this one, and are ready to go at start. So there's some 3-stars.
But are people like getting their attacks in like right away?
Yeah, we get, I don't know.
Because if you're bottoming up, it's like you've got to, you have to be around. So it's like,
well, yeah, if you get boxed out, it's frowned upon because you weren't around to get one attack in, and help.
Right.
Some people get boxed out, but they know that they can attack up and do pretty good, and so they'll wait and they can. But people that are basically, we get 100% participation, so everybody's ready to do it.
And I heard on like the SOAS podcast they were talking about I think Rigoletto, the SOAS podcast.
I don't know what that is.
What's it stand for?
The Southern Arizona Clashers. I think just SOAS. That's the name of their clan.
Southern Arizona.
So it's other people.
Different podcast.
Oh, that's for Clash of Clans.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so they were talking, or Rigoletto was on there, and he was saying that they do the top. Normally when you think of like the top 20 or top 10, take the top 20. It's not kind of how they do it, where it's like you have to take 1 and 2. The top guy takes 1 and 2. It's like, okay, this is our range then. Then I get to focus more. Like if I want to go earlier on my attack, then I can hit, where I need to go and not have to wait. It's basically like marching orders. It's just saying, okay, until we get these, here's the rule. You got to go down.
All right, we do the same thing. It's a different way. It's because get on and get your fucking attack in, and you basically you have the okay to hit any of the same town hall that you are.
Yeah.
And hit a Town Hall 8. Some Town Hall 8s go up to Town Hall 9 if they're late, or if they're the top Town Hall 8s, they'll wait and see what's going on.
Well, and this is a way for us to focus it in a way where it's like, if you get boxed out, then you're probably not working on our time. Then our time zones or something isn't matching up. If you don't come in and do stuff like in those first 12 hours, then we're just going to have to your time just doesn't work with our war. Yeah. And so then, we're going to have to start benching people or kicking them out if they...
Or you just need to set a goddamn alarm and get up when it's time to get war.
Well, no, I don't. It's just, it's like if you're off day, it could make sense to go to another clan.
I love the opted in, opted out thing. Isn't that?
I think that's fantastic.
It's one of the
I
greatest
forget about
things.
it all the time, but I think it's a fantastic idea.
Well, it's cool because you do the fantasy league things, and you can do kind of cool things like these weekend wars.
I don't know. We used to have. We had whole clans dedicated to people who weren't. Who were on vacation. Oh, I'll go chill over in the House of Non.
Yeah.
Or, at one time it was the farmhouse, and until that became a war clan. We have to make new clans so that people could not fuck everybody,
Yeah.
Oh, you better drop your trophy so you're not in this war. I'm going to boot you and then re-invite you, that happened. That would have to happen all the time.
I suppose House of Non could really start warring, because if everybody just opted out and there wasn't 10 people... They could say,
no, I think they should.
If anybody wants to war,
they should have nonstop wars, and truly is a non-obligated war. Like, all you got to do is hit a couple town halls.
If only 10 people want a war, then it's awesome. Let's just if you want to do it,
that clan XP, and that's needed. It helps. It helps not just for warring; it helps for raiding.
Well, I'm going to do a podcast with Kratos tomorrow, I think. Yeah. So
word up to Kratos. Kratos.
Which one's that now?
He's running the Project Cadmus over there, right?
And House of Non.
The running of both? I think so.
Is that the one who I was just trying to figure out what all of this... Okay.
Yeah, because I know he started that. I don't know which account is in which.
Ramble Lamb got his little bony.
Nice. Yeah. I'd still have to send out the one.
You still don't have it.
I forgot it completely about it, and I'm really sorry.
You need a goddamn secretary.
I know. I've been working on the website stuff.
Don't you have some kind of app
Oh
That
God,
could be a fucking
Siri.
secretary. If
Siri.
I can't Siri
I just
do
need
some
Siri.
shit.
I need
Remind me
like
of
my
some
own
shit.
device for Siri, and then I can be like Siri.
So you're doing,
Honest to God,
you're doing this 10 and 20 thing. House of Zod doesn't do that. We're all real active.
Yeah,
It's-
I
and
don't
we
think we're gonna do
town
that
hall.
again.
We go from bottom up and we go hit within your town hall level. Hit anywhere you want.
Yeah.
And call it. If you've called it and it has scrolled off the chat, it's no longer legit.
Yeah.
If there's ever an argument about what was called, if you can't find it by scrolling down, then you have to. So people.
Yeah, I think that we
it keeps
quit
people
calling
active.
stuff.
It keeps
Yeah.
people real active, getting right up to wartime, so that like, hey, I pop on. Hey, I call it. I'll be back in a bit. Hey, I call it. I'll be back in a bit. And then when war starts, everybody's ready with their list of shit, and we can knock out half.
Are you guys taking notes? Like
No, we don't have any kind of thing. It's just everybody. I mean, we have the line chat where we talk about stuff.
Yeah.
But
We used to do a thing where we'd call it, and then when the leaders were on, they would put
put it in the description.
put it in the descriptions. Like,
But that's
bases,
Oh, you mean like in the clan
bases
mail?
called,
You
you know, like 45, 47, 48, 32, you know, whatever ones were called.
See, but the thing is, and I think what happens in like the different clans, like the Minnesota Knights,
Motherfucker.
is that you have people from a lot of different time zones. Like we've got a bunch of guys from England in our
Yeah,
clan,
us too. Yeah,
and our
Couple
schedules
Aussies.
actually match up pretty well
Yeah,
because
it's morning and night. It's not like in
Well, you're
Australia.
only 8 hours different.
In
Yeah.
Australia, I think Risha is out in Australia, but he hates it because when we're up, it's in the middle of the fucking night.
Oh, Risha, you should
Yeah.
check your defense log because I took a star from you the other
Oh
day.
yeah, nice.
Well,
Yeah, check it out. Okay,
it was not even a really great attack. I don't know if I had all my spells. I can't remember, but I was total dark elixir farming because that's all I'm doing right now. Is like I am going for dark elixir and working on defense upgrades. And it's really nice not to have to worry about elixir. And so I was out with my Velk giant wizard combo, just like it's like a precision. If I want that certain resource, I just
You're going to
point
get-
it, name it. You
Yeah,
know.
going after those fucking dark
So-
storages. Yeah,
Yeah, so I'd go in there and take just a ton, but I was losing a lot of elixir because it's so precision that I just wanted to achieve its objective of like hitting the TH and getting that resource. That the way I use the spells, it's like this is a 1-star attack. I'm just trying to get in there and hope maybe of 2 if I'm trying to keep my trophies up. But it's like it's a perfect attack for me to do when I don't have my queen. If I just want to go in and take a TH in a war, like I didn't have my queen this war. And so it's like, all right, I can put a star on this one. I know I can get a star, maybe 2, without my queen on a TH10. And so I just go in and these are like, tough bases. So without your queen, you're so
yeah, that's a
handicapped.
bitch, right?
So I'm like, that's a good like makeup attack for when my queen is down. And I'm kind of at the point where thinking that if my queen is down, should I be opting out of wars? Because
I don't
I've
know.
got 21 levels, 21 weeks for that queen to be up. Be down before she's maxed. And I want to keep going after elixir. So it's like, am I going to sit out for a week every time my queen is down?
No, yeah.
That's why, like, I think if you can
sit out-
develop
sit out
1-star or 2-star attacks.
You sit out the weekend war, and then gem the last 2 days.
Well, yeah,
get your-
but
you
I
get
try
your
to play.
Tuesday- you get
I
your
Or
try
you
Tuesday-
hope that you get a weaker war on the weekend. Play those ones and sit out the weekday wars.
Well, yeah, maybe that's
Those ones are typically tougher.
yeah. But then it's like you're missing out on how many wars. But given our matchups in the past, like that attack against like a max Town Hall 10, I can go and take that star on like a base number 1 or 2 with lava walls because I jump them in, I take out the TH,
Yeah.
hope for the next thing. So that's and I don't rely on my queen for that attack. So this war, it would have been because the people up high weren't like max heroes and shit. Mm-hmm. It was like, okay, normally that 1-star up high makes up for it than if they're lower on the map, because it would be because our guys that have both heroes could go lower and get more stars instead of wasting it on one thing. So,
Yeah.
but it's I really like that idea about the draft thing. I think that might be good. I felt bad. We started that war last night, and then I saw Mighty Buzzard and a couple people just got left off the roster, and I wasn't thinking about it like, oh, people really want to be in that war, and so we did it shorter. So I think for the weekends, it would be cool to do that draft.
Now, how do you guys manage for having trying to make it a by 5, like 35 or 40, and you got a couple dudes? Who do you pick to stay out? Is it the guy with the most trophies?
Co-leader pick
by participation.
If you look at the opt out, and then so I was gone. I was at SOAS this week, so they picked. I think it was I can't remember right offhand. If it was a 40 war or a 30 war, and Matt picked the rosters for the 2 days, and I got back and I said, "Do you want to do the stuff for this war because we're doing that top down attack thing? It's been working out."
What's you said that you're about to win your 50th war?
Yeah,
I think once we win, if we win this, which we probably will, we are going to have won our 71st war.
Okay.
So
we just won our 50th
So the thing
war.
is like
50th war? Mm-hmm. Nice.
So the thing is, I don't know exactly
so we're like 3 months ahead of you.
Who got left off, like right away. Like I know there's a bunch of people that opted out, and then maybe we just push the button. And then Matt did this for this war too, and that was smaller. But it's.
Do you know? I mean, how did he pick?
How would I do it now? I'd go if everybody.
Say you have 40. Say you have 37, 38 people that want a war. Who has to sit out?
Well, at that point, I go unless somebody like messed up the war before, and we haven't really had to do that much. At this point, like I think it's like we just booted. Like a couple people, like they didn't get the war attack in, and
sure.
But I'm like, no, you can come back. It's like you just need to get, especially in a close war when we're, and we're really trying to tighten up to get those attacks in because of the lower stars. So it's working. But what I would do at that point if nobody had messed up, I just hit the button. If you're on the lowest 2 people, you're just gonna have to sit out.
Okay, that's a good way to do it.
They'd be like, if you really want a war, then y'all just get your.
Yeah, we do have
stuff above.
We do have some second accounts. Like we have maybe 4 second accounts.
Okay.
So we can, they're all always opted out. So they can. So what we do is you got 37, 38. You just bring in three of these town hall 8s to that are opted out, and it's like, hey, because there are people that are playing.
So we could do that now because I just resurrected Xace today.
Do you want him in the war though?
No,
I mean, he's not.
I'm like, it's actually
defense wise
like,
and truth wise, right?
I should have been collecting on him at least. I'm like, shit, I got so much to do because he's just a new TH10, and I'm like, well, I'll bring him back. I can't. Me, and I don't like
to talk about him like he's a different person.
I know it's really just in time for Easter. He's being resurrected.
I do.
What?
Everybody does that. They talk about the
player 1 is a different person.
Yeah, it's so weird to me.
So I'm looking at it today, looking at the camp, and I'm like, oh shit, I have to do this. I had just installed the second dark elixir drill. I hadn't been collecting on it. I just did pumps and mines the last time I played them for a little bit. And I'm looking at it going...
You just did pumps and mines? What do you
they're not even all matched.
How are you at Town Hall 10?
No, I'm at 8.
Oh, you said that you were a new Town Hall 10.
New Town Hall 8.
Okay, well that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. And so I'm like, I got to get my dark elixir drills up and running. It feels like I went back to this place that it was going to be this grand village one day, and it turned into a ghost town. And then I come back to it, and it's like tumbleweeds are blowing across, and you're like, all right, where do I start?
This builder is just like all fat. And just, I've been sleeping for weeks, dude.
Yeah, it's like, whoosh. You hear like,
oh, finally we get to clap at stuff. Yeah,
like
it up.
Start to fix the things, and people come back in. The villagers are happy. The economy starts to boom. It's like, oh, it's just, you wake up from a party and there's like, the place is trash and you're like, where do I even start? It's like, that's kind of what I felt today. And so I'm like, do I even raid? I'm just going to collect and...
totally full completely
And
full.
think about
Plus and minus.
my place. What I would like that account to do. Like I said, I think we
And
need
it's
to
a Town
get
Hall
onto
8, right?
defense.
What,
Yeah.
what are the walls there?
I got them most of them to purple.
Okay.
The
Blue.
yeah.
Double crystal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and
That's pretty good.
I'm
you gotta be happy
thinking,
with that.
yeah, I'm thinking there that, here's an awesome trick. So I have my town hall outside. It's not booby trapped, but I realized I didn't have a Tesla on the board. So I started the Tesla and then I just stuck it while it was building right next to the TH outside. So they think it's trapped.
Yeah, there's one building there. Where are the rest of them? Oh,
Yeah,
I
they're
don't
right
know.
there.
Yeah, they must be
I'm like, no,
there.
they're right over here to zap you if you want to go in for it. But I put it down there, and all of a sudden I'd log off, and then I wouldn't get attacked. And I'm going, weird. And I'm done like 900 trophies. I had to like lower
God.
it. I went into the clan, it was closed, and I lowered the trophy limit, and then I hit the button, and it'd be like, Houseville, get inside. And before that happened, there was like 2 requests, and
Yeah,
it's
right.
like, you're like, oh shit.
We
I
had
just
to
had to
boost
like,
ours up.
it's
And
like
that
the
shit happens.
zombies are coming.
That shit happens too. Like,
Yeah, no.
is somebody fucking around on global? No, it's just the fact that, especially right when we went from 1 to 2, clan level 2, and especially when we went to clan level 3, because
the search they
one of
can
the
put in there.
Yeah, we were one of the earliest clan. We were early on that thing, and it just in multiple different languages. Hey, and then some of them are really funny. Hey, please look at my base, please. I want to join. I am loyal, please. And you're like, please fucking stop asking. Click. And we're, it's going on and on. Some people even get, when it's funny, you let them in.
Welcome to the house is on. How may I direct your call?
You let them in just so you can give them a message when you boot them.
Boneyard is busy.
Yeah. Hey, no, we don't want you. Yeah. It's
See, I wish you could have the reject
like,
button.
okay, we gotta bring up the trophies just to keep out the riffraff.
Yeah.
And I don't like doing that because I like having it's for the fans.
Right.
That's what the clan's for ultimately.
I try to keep it at 1600 because if you're a podcast listener, you can always email if you're a TH6 or you don't have the trophies. I will if you email. I'll just open the clan for you. We'll say, hey, let me know when you're going to do it.
I'd do it too. Yeah.
And then come on over.
I think we're sitting at 1,200. I think
because we do that for people's friends, or like.
We keep it to listeners. We don't friends.
Who are listeners.
Yeah.
They're like from the.
Yeah.
Or they listen to some of the podcasts, and it's like they kind of get a sense of the community, and that's why we're really kind of doing it. Is like they're people kind of like us that obviously
That's
if you're
why
listening
there's so
to the
much
radio.
drama.
Because they're like us.
They're like you. They're just a bunch of assholes. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
The listeners aren't assholes.
I am though.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Oh, totally.
Okay.
You both are.
Oh my god!
What? Not gonna lie.
Okay. I'll buy that anyway.
All
Yeah.
right,
You both will.
settled.
So I'd like to talk about
Yeah.
what I and what the House of Zod is up to this weekend. You guys talked about you got a draft war going on. You have a top down.
I didn't talk about the
weirdo war.
SOAS clan.
We'll get back to that when you went over to fight with
I thought we already
SOAS
talked about. Oh, you went to their clan. I thought.
and warred with them.
Why did I not hear that right? I just thought
don't
that
know.
you were listening to the podcast.
No, I was listening to the podcast,
Oh.
but I went over there to visit them
Oh.
and did a war with them. It was pretty cool.
HOZ decided to try to prove a point that came up before about Town Hall 8s. What did I say to you? Town Hall 8s are easy. Now, we're going to hear all about this later once this hits the airwaves and Boaz and Botox and all argue about it all I want. My last line is, Town Hall 8s are easy. Any Town Hall 8 should be easy if you have max Town Hall 8 troops, either dragons or hogs, depending on what you like. Dragons and hogs, and you know what you're doing. That's the one caveat, is that you are skilled enough to know what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
And then you can do them. Like, it's not like it's ever really that tough if you know what you're doing.
You should be able to expect.
That's a good word. You should be able to do them once either you ask a lot and really plan it out with somebody, or so what we did was
See, that's a whole different thing. And that was my point. Like in trying to make my point in the in that confab. Basically, I wanted to say also, it's like if you didn't use the term easy, but it's really about.
It's obtainable.
Yeah, it's realistic.
It's simpler than higher.
No, see, simpler doesn't work. No, it's realistic.
Okay.
Like if you're a maxed out.
Anyway, so what we did was we took.
Otherwise, you need to work on your attacks.
We took 20 Town Hall 8s, and that's it for this war. We were hoping to get 20 Town Hall 8s and match them up so that we could go and be like, hey, we fucking got a perfect war. Town Hall 8s versus Town Hall 8s. No shit.
You got to send your results to Botox because he's doing like
we'll post it once it's over. Not all of our Town Hall 8s have max troops.
Yeah, he's doing a
some of our Town Hall 8s,
data. Some people emailed in.
Some of the 20 wanted to do hogs, but are new to them. Some of them have just like player one, just Drage. He doesn't even have level 2 minions. He doesn't even have hogs. I've been working on other shit.
It's so good once it hits your lips. He doesn't even have hogs. I'm going to go to Home Depot tomorrow. I don't know if we're going to have enough time. That's what it's. This just popped into my head. Wait, so that he doesn't even have hogs. I don't know. We're going to have enough time.
So we went after it. So right now we have
project time.
Yeah.
What ended up happening was we matched up with a.
I didn't even get time to get to my hogs yet.
I don't even have hogs. What the hell?
What the hell?
We got matched up with a clan that was 20 people, and there were I think there was 3 Town Hall 10s at the top and 1 Town Hall 7 at the bottom when we matched. At wartime, the Town Hall 7 was a Town Hall 8, and there were 5 Town Hall 9s. Like they had all leveled up during prep day.
Okay, so you had baby town halls.
Weird.
There was a baby Town Hall 8. There was a couple baby Town Hall 9s. Well, they actually weren't that baby. They got the shit out there. Like, oh, there's a level 1 queen all of a sudden. Like, fuck, So,
shit, that was quick, son.
Yeah, so they got all that shit out there. And so right now, we've used all 40 attacks. And we have 57 points. 57 out of 60. There was 2... the Town Hall 9 that is number 1,
right,
only got 1 star. The Town Hall 9 that was number 3 got 2 stars. So there's your 4 that were missing.
And my point of that debate,
there's the 3 that were missing.
I think the point of the debate and what I would say is, if it was easy, you would have only used 30 attacks and had 30. You know what I mean?
Attacks. Yeah, I know what you mean. But again, like I said, not all of our guys were.
Yeah,
have max troops or have the ability.
Right, and that's exactly what I'm saying.
Plus, they weren't all Town Hall 8s.
If that was really the case, you would always you just stack your team with like.
Plus, there weren't all Town Hall 8s. But even 3 of the Town Hall 9s, we were able to 3-star, and they were not the easy. One of the easy Town Hall 9s, but we 3-starred 2 of the hard ones, like the ones that were legit. 57 out of 60. They have 56 points. We're up by 1. So this is scary. And they have 3 attacks left. Now,
so you might lose?
One of their attacks is their number 2 guy. There's only 43 minutes left. One of their attacks is their number 2 guy. It's probably going to wait to the end. And
TH10?
And
is it a TH10 or what is it?
It's a TH9.
Okay. And what do you have? What stars do you have available? Like, what can they hit?
They can hit. They have 56 points, so there's 4 points available. It's 4 bases that have been 2-starred, so they have to get the 3rd star
on 9s
on Town Hall 8s.
Okay,
that's all we have is Town Hall 8s.
Oh,
but they can go as far down as number 15 out of 20 to get that 3rd one. 15, 13, and then it goes up to 5 and 3.
So don't you think that your matchup really kind of proves the point that if it was so easy...
Oh, it proves the point that it was easy.
No, because
you would only... And we got
you would have... But if you can expect...
Well, not all these attacks... I mean... A lot of these attacks were just for loot because people got boxed out. One base, number 11, soaked up like 7 attacks because it was a really different Town Hall 8 setup, and we kept throwing dragons at it, and they kept pathing weird. And then finally somebody took it out with the hogs. Now,
you should send me that picture. I want to.
The guy that taking out with the hogs, did he gone first? We didn't get 3 stars, and then okay, you're not going to go. It doesn't mean that we would only use 20 stars or 20 attacks.
But I'm just saying, if you don't have them all, it is obviously, and you had to use all of your attacks.
We don't have them all because they're Town Hall 9s. We got all the Town Hall 8s 3-star, no problem.
Okay.
We use,
but not every first attack.
No, they weren't all 3-star on their first attacks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, that's what you're saying. What again? The people that didn't get the 3 stars, maybe they got 2 stars, did that because they didn't have max troops, or they were using they didn't have the skill.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
It's easy
It's realistic.
It's realistic if you have max troops, and you know what you're doing, or you're working with somebody and doing it well.
Doing it and doing it
cool.
and doing it.
It should be gold. So I'm a little worried about this. However, one of the attacks. Yes,
Sometimes that like stress puts.
They have
makes
3
them
attacks
screw
left.
up.
One of them, the guy won't be attacking because he was reported for having a troll base, apparently.
Oh yeah, so I saw this.
Now this is a thing that's happening because it's funny as hell.
Wait, now what did you just say?
If somebody has a base like writes the word "fuck you" in the walls, on prep day, well, you can report them. You can go into the thing and take a picture and send it in and be like, "Hey, this is not cool," and they will put them on a 2-day ban. And if you keep doing it, you're out.
Could you imagine that? Like, because I was like,
the shit we used to pull.
Can you imagine that? You should be banned for like forever.
Yeah, well, I mean, Neo before Zod can be taken a couple ways, but there used to be a lot of funny shit.
I know, like I had started working on an inappropriate base that I just couldn't.
Yeah,
I never finished.
You should see what Boots has. His base.
Don't say that on the air.
What? No, well, I can't. It's a picture. It's not a.
I thought it was an awesome idea actually, because it's like,
fuck you know
that's
what?
Why,
yeah.
It's like, okay, if you want to, if the rules are that that's inappropriate, I'm gonna use that to my advantage. Yeah. Like you put a. Like there was one that said something like something fags. I'm like, I should have reported that guy. I got him booted for 2 days.
Yeah,
and then just took his base, used the attacks. I'm like,
there was somebody
if you do a reportable offense, it's like fucking a football player smoking dope on the field.
Yeah,
like
you now have 38 attacks this war because on prep day I got one of your guys banned.
Yeah.
Fuck you. You know what? That's funny, and I can see some of the stuff. And also, if you write, because people write,
I didn't poison your water.
People write back and forth into descriptions.
Yeah, that's a whole. That's what I was just
that
say.
guy. I was writing some dirty shit.
You have written some awful things.
Yeah.
Like we had a war base. Like one of our prep bases was we're Minnesota nice. The shape of Minnesota. One of our guys did the shape of Minnesota in his walls. And did an M on one side and an N on the other side, and the other clan is like, what is that guy? Does he write with crayons? Like, do you just not know what the shape of Minnesota looks like? You stupid fuckers! Like,
bunch of little kids. And
probably,
wow,
but it was just like, what?
Yeah.
What? I was so confused. I read it 6 times, and I asked everyone else.
And now we just put this out on the podcast. Had we known this 6 months ago.
Yeah, we stopped.
And how do you report somebody?
You go into the forums or into the
Boneyards got it on speed dial.
Wait a minute. In the settings, there's a button that says Parents Guide. Oh, and it goes to supercell.com and it goes to the what? Oh, there's a whole thing about...
Oh, I'm totally putting parental controls
I need to read this.
on your
There's
shit.
a whole thing about the parents. Hey, listen, your kids will be fine because we are watching out for them. There is a little bit of shenanigans, but we respect you as players. That's what this whole thing is for Supercell.
So, had we known that...
not just read all that.
Boneyard's like, I dodged a bullet, so many times.
Oh, yeah.
Now that we put it out, now it's like...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, totally.
We stopped allowing troll bases in the House of Zod.
Because of you.
Well, because of me, and because we tied that one, right?
Yeah.
It's just not allowed to do it.
Because even I just kicked a bunch of people for leaving their troll bases out, and then I wake up with my troll base out.
And then tie that war and lose our winning streak and the whole thing.
When was that?
We were at 14 wins in a row, and me and Freaky.
Oh, this was
it was a while back.
Yes, okay, yes, I do remember this.
And then I've got that
because that was another one
war.
of those scary days that something yelling and launching of devices across the rooms.
After he just booted a bunch of people.
I couldn't believe I did that.
And I usually
And we tied it.
like,
We didn't even, I got 2 stars. What the hell am I doing?
Yeah.
I should have got 0 stars. Oh, man.
stupid idiot.
Yeah. We don't troll base, but I really want to like tighten up our defensive bases. Okay, here's what I did. So I went and warred with Soaz. It was awesome. Really great bunch of guys. Really reminded me of like Minnesota Nice actually, and actually House of L. Like it. That's why like when people like listen to the podcast, you kind of attract like-minded people. Also, I talked to a bunch of people that were probably one of the Soaz guys because I didn't know how many accounts they had. And so I was like talking to people, and then I was listening to the podcast, and I'm like, oh, I thought that was a different person, you know, because they were talking about their different accounts.
Oh, I got
But they had a bunch of their different accounts in the clan. So I was like, oh, I had, well, I guess longer conversations with those guys than I did, than I thought, because I was talking, but I was thinking they were like different people. So what happened was I went up against this base on my first attack and blew it. But this base, it looked like it would be easily pig dogged.
Fucking
the
blew
quad.
it. You blew it.
Yeah, but it looked like the way it was structured. It looked like it would be like you could pig dog it easy. You know, if you just hit it this way, you did it this way, or if you sent in a ground army, you could do it this way. I screwed up bad, but I realized that base was really well designed, and so I think that base took 3 or 4 other attacks on it. And I think a star got put on it. But I was like, you know what? Even if this was where my heroes are at, you know, this base is cool. So I took a picture of it, and I completely copied it, put it up. I love that base. And, you know, for a long time, I've been, like, working on my own design or whatever. But I put that thing up.
Steal that shit, man.
Yeah. I'm like, shit, why didn't I think to do this before? Like, if you see a base that's your town hall level that you have a problem with, or, like, you see your clan eat up 7 attacks, or, you know, like,
it's
against that base, copy that base
We do
and
that
put it
now.
up.
We do that whenever we have, you know, it's not often that there's one. I like to go back to...
And one other thing, though, about that, before I forget. At the same time, here's what I'm going to do. Next time I see, like, if we go up against a max hero base or whatever, and you're looking at these bases in the top 10, and you're like, man, all these bases are tough. I'm going to copy one of their bases and put it as my war base and see how they attack me. And then
I like that, man. That's pretty good. Yeah. Hey, fuck you.
you're like, okay, I don't know how we get this base. And so
let's see what they know.
yeah.
Let's see what they know.
And watching if they go, oh, my Teslas are here, and if they attack it with certain thing from whatever, you can probably guess that it's in their clan.
Yeah, right.
And some of these clans can attack. Like Matt got 3-starred by this really good attack, and we don't know if it was an iMod or what. But it was awesome. He went in and took out like half the base with the heroes because they were max heroes. And then he went in really strategically with the balloons and stuff. And it's like, wow, shit, you know, that somebody could do that. So if you can get up against a good attacker and they show you how to 3-star their base.
Yeah, right. Take it. I'd like to, for your question earlier, you want to know the deets on this Town Hall 8 war that we had. Somebody, Funky Mab just did the math here. There were 4 Town Hall 9s.
Okay.
When we started, or when War Day finally started.
This episode brought to you by Miller Lite.
2 of those Town Hall 9s were only hit once for 3. So we 3-starred 2 of the Town Hall 9s right away. So the other 2, it took us some turns, and we ended up not getting all those stars, right? 10 out of 16 Town Hall 8s were 3-starred on the first shot. So we were 3-starred 13 of them, 13 bases. No, I'm sorry. We 3-starred 12 out of 20 bases on the first go.
Okay. So you were only about close to 50%. 60%.
3 of the Town Hall 8s, we 3-starred on the second turn.
Yeah.
So that's up to 15 Town Hall, or 15 out of 20. So 5 of those gave us trouble and took repeated hits. That's what it seems.
And those were the ones that are maxed out. That's what I want to do with Exace. I think it's just
those are the other. So 2 of those are Town Hall 9s that were hard.
Yeah.
And so there was 3 total Town Hall 8s that we had trouble with. That the other 20 attacks 18. Well, I guess. It
Would you
like 15
want
seconds.
people in
Went
your clan
against
to
those three.
stay at Town Hall 8 if they were maxed out, or would you want them to move
No.
up?
Move forward. Move forward.
No, but max them out because I was like almost super duper duper maxed out and was just like done. Everything was so expensive and I was just sick of waiting. And I think I had like 3 things left
Well,
to max out and I didn't, other than walls, and I just went to Town Hall 9 and now I'm like,
I wish I would have
I
went.
wish I would have just stayed.
Oh, you do?
And maxed out my walls and maxed out my other shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, but you took a long time to get to
Oh,
Town
it
Hall.
took forever.
Yeah. There is the other drill.
But see, that's I
the
think
But
one-
it's putsy.
I think that's
That is the big
part of the
thing.
That is
debate
huge.
And the
that,
queen.
that a lot of people
Queen and the
didn't.
third drill.
Yeah.
Those are huge things that
And
you
the
need.
machine guns.
Yeah.
Well,
Like
the
that's why
explodes,
I've always
yeah.
moved up was because of especially the Dark Elixir that propelled me
Well,
forward. Like
if nothing else, if you don't put anything new on the map other than one thing, it's the dark drill.
I might have
that on there.
stayed at Town Hall 7 with Exace, but if I had a dark drill. But remember, they just gave the Town Hall 7s a dark
and
drill.
last time, I think with Boneyard, I went from 7 right to 9. Like I stated, I got everything out on the map at 8, and I'm like, I want that queen. I want
Yeah.
that. I want the dark drills. Fuck it, I'm going right to 9. And so I had tons of stuff to upgrade
Yeah.
for Town Hall. Like, so it was really fun. Like I just really
It would
could
be
just
fun
do-
to go back and listen to all the podcasts and be like,
doing
oh, shit.
where I was, where we were at the time. Like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm about to get
Oh,
a
I was
Tesla.
so
We should
excited
start doing
to
that
get
as a
new
segment
stuff.
on the podcast.
My king went to 5. This Iron Fist is great.
Yeah. See, we should do a segment on the podcast coming up where it's like, okay, this week we're going to re-listen to episode 1. And then we talk about our thoughts on where we were at in episode 1.
I just keep reminding you about how many episodes you deleted before that.
Yeah. You'd be like, oh, shit, that
We
was...
just deleted an episode like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
No, I didn't
Yeah.
delete
God damn it.
I didn't delete it. I recorded over top of it.
They tied.
That's happened. I'm not even going to
I'm not.
that story.
It's pretty much the same thing. So
So it's tied now?
It's tied up. They tied it up 57-57. They have 2 attacks left, one of which they will not use. And he went for the bottom one. The top guy, number 2, went all the way to the bottom, number 15, for that 3rd star. Which,
Makes sense.
I mean, he can only get 1 star. You might as well go for the easiest one.
Yeah.
Because the other people.
So you guys are going to tie, huh?
Yeah, that sucks.
Or will they win? So
Well, they-
Project Cadmus
they could still win.
might break Zod's streak.
Yeah, our win streak is
tonight,
15,
we're waiting to
15
hear.
in a row. And the other streak is we went 30 wars without a loss. That's a different streak. It doesn't really count as a win streak, but it's 30 wars without a loss.
30, not completely loser
One
stars.
tie in it. It's a different.
Right, no,
it's not. It's a B. It's a B plus thing. Not a
Yeah.
15 in a row is an A plus. They are about to when they push the button on Sunday, that will be their 15th war.
Oh, and they're going to try to match up.
And and Kratos and I talked about. I'm like, I'm gonna have to hunt you guys down so that we can match up with you, so I can make sure you don't break our streak. And he's like, that'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
he's
you know what, it
coming
really
on
would be
tomorrow night, too,
if you
so.
guys, because they've been doing their first battle was a tie, and then they've won 15 in a row, so they're unbeaten.
Yeah.
And I thought, it would be great.
Wow, undefeated record. I can't wait to talk to him about this because
If I go,
of stuff
because I'm
happens
like,
in
we'll go after them and try to defeat them. And so for them to tie us in the longest streak, they have to beat us. That would be awesome.
yeah,
I mean, it would be cooler if they tied us and then we beat them to go out. But I don't even want them to tie us, so I want to beat them so that they don't even tie us. Right? I think it'd be funny it'd just be funny to try.
Yeah.
And if they didn't,
and then you just
if they beat us, go Project Cadmus. I mean, they're undefeated.
So
and
this
they
is
beat
Project Cadmus, one of the Kryptonian family.
the newest one. Yeah,
Actually, I need to announce that since we're at
brought
almost
to
an
you
hour.
by Bud Light and Miller
Light.
Light.
And there's a couple announcements.
We've
right.
got lots of announcements.
All right. So first thing that I want to say is that we're starting a House of L Junior.
And that's what you're going to name it?
Yeah, because I don't like 2.0.
Why don't you name it? I guess it wouldn't really still be the House of L. Why don't you name it the House of Crypto? Superman's dog.
Crypto with Superman's dog?
Yeah, go fly and stuff. Yeah.
No, because I don't want it to be Superman's dog.
Well,
I mean, it's not
the
like
younger version of Superboy.
I mean, it sounds like
what was Superboy's name?
I know. I googled that.
But he would still be the House of L.
What
Yeah,
was
'cause
the boy
his
that
name was-
Superman raised, but it was really the son of Ursa and Zod?
I have no idea.
Superboy.
No.
No, and I looked it up, and I looked it up on Wikipedia, and I was looking
How
at.
you find that on Wikipedia? I'm probably sure you'd probably figure that out. That's interesting.
I looked it up, and Superboy is from House of L. His name
That's
is
his name. That's his surname is L because he's
Yeah.
fucking Superboy. You know.
no, but he was not Cal's. Like, he wasn't Superman's brother or anything, but he was part of the family of L. So
Okay, there's a bunch of different Superboys. You're going for the original.
no, I looked it all up on
You're gonna
Wikipedia,
go
and
for
like
the clone.
some of them thought it was this and
Well,
this.
there's multiple.
I was looking for a good
storylines.
name, and I'm like, well, I can't do House of. I can't remember what his name was, but it was so because you only have so many characters. So I thought Junior would be good because it would say, look, this is an 18 minus clan usually it
denotes
family
what it
safe.
is, Yeah.
You know, like because our guys
Chris
like to
Kent, that was his name.
because our guys like
Kent.
to make joke. I like to make jokes, and it's like
Oh, yeah, we'll get a little dirty. It's adults only. You know, if you're a kid.
yeah. And so
Usually,
we've got some.
Usually, if you're a kid and you're in the house of dog, we don't know it because you don't come out
Yeah.
that way, and whatever.
And there's a couple guys. Kaz is going to be the leader. QAZ. He's going to be the leader because he's really active, but he's a younger guy and he lives in Canada. And I thought, because he's got a couple
Sure.
friends that want to join.
Canada.
And he has a couple friends that want to join, but it's like, okay, this will be awesome because then you guys can go and start this really cool clan. It'll be part of the Kryptonian family and have people that are younger, like that. If you get somebody younger but they're good, you can go. You know what? You can go to House of L Junior.
Yeah.
And
yep.
because you're a little bit younger than everybody here, and what? Who? We? What?
There was a cute young boy who used to be.
Weston.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Where
he's
the hell
back.
is he at?
Oh, he's back.
Okay.
He was on the chat. Hey, I'm back now, and he's
I don't remember what happened. He was
He
in
was just off the
school
yeah.
and
Some people get busy, and people have been really cool lately in L,
Well, it's
where
nice
they
when people
go,
are
hey,
understanding
like
of that.
DJ 007. This is, I guess we should end this episode. Like, I'll say this because House of L is about to celebrate its 50th win. I think it's a big night for House of L. Everybody,
it's been done.
Cheers.
Cheers. Good work.
No, it's hey.
I'm
talking about
not-
House of L. Don't start.
I'm not trying to take away from the House of L, but you can recognize that we're at 71. So that's got to be something,
Big.
right? All right.
Yeah,
I mean, all
big
right.
deal. Okay, whatever.
Oh, big deal. He
Don't
says.
take
We
away.
just hit 50.
Don't.
So
yeah,
I'm right.
We're
there.
celebrating.
The night
Yeah.
of 50s. Okay.
Okay. All right.
50.
We don't want to. Guess what? We were still ahead of you. And, come on. Come on. All right. Don't take away
We
from
just
House of L.
we just hit 70. That's not something.
Well,
It's a nice round number.
yeah. Well, look. But at 50th, you sell it. They don't make like a lot of cards. They have a whole section of cards that say 40th, 50th birthday. They don't have many that you may have a little section over here
You
at the
got
end
that
of an
right. They have
aisle.
the 70th birthday card.
Yeah, but that's a very small selection.
Because not a lot of
Because you
people-
can
'cause not a
make
lot
it
of
to
people
that.
get to 70.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, the point is,
Got that right? Yeah. All right.
the point is, it's a 50th.
No, that's right on. So what are you doing for your 50th?
Let me celebrate my 67th. Because they don't have an aisle for that.
I said 70.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a round
It's
number.
okay.
Yeah,
It's all right.
we'll get there.
It's all good.
You
And
will
then we'll
get there.
surpass it.
Anyway, so what are you doing for your 50th?
I don't know. I think we're gonna. I don't know if we'll start tonight or we'll start
We didn't
tomorrow. but,
celebrate ours.
I do want to
I didn't even
shout
notice
out
until tonight when we
Mystic.
did that.
And I haven't listened to the new Tip Dog song yet.
I don't know what that means either.
Lady B has
It's
been out of the loop.
is that the song that's on the
That's
website?
all right. No one tells me anything.
The Worms.
Scotty missed my
Who Will
birthday,
Love the
too.
Valkyrie was his first one.
I don't think I listened to that one. I don't know. I haven't been.
I can hear it just playing in my head. I'll have to play for you. So, Tip Dog Mystic, who left the clan, we lost him.
And you misspelled his name on the clan on our website.
Mystik.
You left an S out.
Did I?
My tick, yeah.
Oh,
I just
I'll
looked
have
at
to go back
today.
and-
I'm like, wasn't that?
This is a new
just
thing.
on the other thing.
Boneyard checking out the website. I had no idea.
I have it bookmarked. That's the thing, right?
Because we now have to go
what
to
do you
the
check?
website.
Do you check for updates every day?
No, I was just goofing around on it because actually,
Would you, when I gave you access to your page,
I would go on it all the time. I would go on.
would
my
you
page.
update it? And
Yeah, I would be on it all the time. My page, anyway.
Well, that makes a difference.
My thing doesn't work.
So
Mine
you
quit
would,
working, so I
you'd
don't go
start
on
sending
there
out
anymore.
clan mails or something from there,
If I could,
or like post it. Hey, go check out the new.
Oh yeah, no. If you want to come into the House of Zod, instead of telling you 100 things in the chat, read the rules quick. Come back. You'll understand all these things that we're trying to tell you in 140 characters on the chat. Just go read the page once and then come back.
See, and I'm this close to getting you access to the page, but I have to make sure that there's only one page that you can access on the website because
because you want to have dick butt everywhere.
yeah, it's like House of L. Oh, deleted this. I put this in there with a butt picture. I'm just kidding. Switch it back. Like you would be
Here's
like
Scotty's picture from when he was 8.
yeah.
Here, click here for House of Zod. Click here for House of Smell.
See, and that's
Back
why.
when we used to have our profile things
that's
on
why-
there with the old
Yeah.
website, then I used to go on there all the time.
Really?
Yeah, because I used to update stuff, and it used to send me I used to have messages. So
Okay.
I would have
I
messages.
could work on that. Again.
And then I would answer
if
them.
people wanted that. That's the thing, because everybody
Yeah.
uses the line chat or they use. But
Well,
it
I
would be
don't
cool.
go-
And that's
don't
what I thought
have-
about House of L is to say, okay, you could easily
Yeah.
change it up, and I want to
Here's,
get
here's
each
the
of
rules.
the.
Here's what we're doing lately, or like here, hey, coming up this weekend,
Yeah.
or and also
And like I posted on there, I was like,
different records, like the longest win streak, longest streak without a loss, our longest losing streak is only 3 in a row. It's not. I don't really want to advertise our losses, but it's just our stats
and then
that we know.
and people are putting their
Established June.
people are going to
2014.
Clash Caller and not necessarily like calling the bases, but if you put it in, you put like the numbers in on that thing, then it shows you who's like
Is
the
that an
most
app or a website?
website.
Okay.
They're working on an app.
I'll probably get at the app if they do it, but I don't know about the website yet.
But if you go in afterwards and put the stuff in, it calculates who was like the top war person based on different things. So they were really thinking about it. It's pretty cool.
But yeah, I would do that, and I would have some cool intro and
Okay, well, knowing that,
some
I
Bible
will
verses.
finish
Low.
up because I did get
The sound of the beast.
big shout out to Psychotic T for these amazing new graphics.
Oh yeah,
for
Hooking
the
us up with some
Oh,
Kryptonian
that's
family.
did him? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, hooking us up with some shirts.
Yeah,
Gonna
some
be
some
probably-
shirt
Did I get a
graphics,
shirt?
the different.
Oh yeah.
I did?
Well, not yet, but you will.
I
Yeah.
will?
No,
Can
he-
I have a shirt too?
Yeah.
I'm talking
Yeah,
to
it's
the
only
man. I'm not talking to
$14.99.
you.
Who's gonna buy it for you?
No, he got the graphics.
Oh! I thought some nice man was sending us T-shirts.
No,
No, he's.
And I was thinking,
signing
can I
them.
have
We'll
so
buy them.
he did this awesome
You'll be pimping House of Zod, baby. I only get you the finest things.
because so I sent him kind of an idea of I wanted like the House of L, but then I went and downloaded this Kryptonian font, and then you could just type like the stuff out. So I'd put House of L and then did the Kryptonian underneath of it, and then House of Zod spelled out in Kryptonian.
Is that Ouija bullshit? That
Yeah.
stuff that I can't read? Okay.
It's like Kryptonian family, so I wanted like a
like you can
a
read it.
uniting theme
All right.
for
gotcha.
each of the logos. So it's
Well, I
like
wondered what that was, but I couldn't understand.
because they're standard, and so he did this cool T-shirt too thing. So that'll be coming up.
Is that like
It's an alien language.
Yeah.
You know the
So-
worst thing about
no one
Superman?
can really read it.
All right, and
know
the
the
last
worst thing
thing.
is
No,
about
I
Superman?
really want to know. No one can really read it, though, right?
No, it's not a thing. Well, I mean, it's a real.
It's imaginary.
All right,
right?
and so okay, so we're still
letter
doing a
for letter, it's
podcast
just
here.
like, hey, you know the worst thing about Superman?
What?
He's an orphan. Fuck that guy.
God, there's no I in team, but there's an I in America.
There's an I in America.
And somebody else
What, you get
sent in this picture, which was awesome. And there's no I in team, and they said, yes, there is.
It's right here. Yeah, it's the space.
It's the hole in the A.
Yeah.
Or it's the A-hole.
Yeah.
Because where like the capital A is, then
It's right here in the A-hole.
yeah. So so here's the big announcement, and we can just wait for this cuckoo clock to keep telling us that
an hour, right? Now it's 9 o'clock.
That's why we have to wrap it up, and and we do that to keep it under 50 megabytes so you can download it.
And then we should turn the furnace on and run the fridge and do as many irritating things to Scotty as we can.
Let the cat out.
Let the cat out. Make the dogs get up.
Other people have to listen to this.
Yeah.
But it irritates you more.
So here's the bigger. Okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So here's the big thing. Blue Guardian a while back, R. Cooper mentioned this, and I just put this up today. Is an Amazon link on our website.
Oh yes, let's everybody get on this shit.
And
you
so we've asked for
do this shit.
We've asked for donations in the past, and thank you to everybody that's donated.
Up, man.
We're working on saving up.
I'll go to Scotty to pay for the website because we have to pay money to run this thing, and so it's.
And so
not really paying for itself, but it helps. Every bit a little bit helps.
Yeah, I put all that towards a new microphone, so we haven't got it yet. We're still going. But here's the thing that doesn't cost you any money, and if you just go to the website and do
ClashofClansPodcast.com
and type something into Amazon and go to Amazon from there.
There's a little box on the website that
all
says
you have
Amazon.
to do is go through that.
The Boneyards could figure out how to work this, so it's super easy.
Yeah. But so if you just go to Amazon through our page, anything you buy from Amazon, a percentage of your purchase goes to support the podcast.
Fantastic. I mean, what an easy way. You're already buying shit.
It doesn't cost you any money.
Let Amazon pay for the website. Yeah. It's cool.
And so they asked for it because they're like, if you go on and you buy a $50 thing from Amazon, it gives us a couple bucks.
Yeah.
And then
more than you think, too. That's a lot of money. And go buy your groceries.
Because you're doing it anyways.
Clothes, books.
I know.
Toys.
I should have set it up for myself.
Toys.
Christmas.
We spend a ton of money on Amazon every month.
We buy groceries there. There's everything.
So I just told you guys about it today.
Toys.
But all you have to do is go through the website.
Toys.
And then for whatever you order 24 hours after that, I believe, that just supports the podcast.
So go through the podcast when you're buying shit on Amazon.
Yeah. This is just one quick little stop. It supports. It'll hopefully...
instead of typing in Amazon and going to Amazon, you just type in Clash of Clans and then hit Amazon.
Yeah. Type it into the little thing that pops up on the Clash of Clans page.
You just...
Just one thing. But once you're there, whatever you buy, that comes back to
That's right. That's super rad.
For 24 hours. So
Word.
That'd be awesome. So do that.
So Scotty's browsing history was already, or whatever, shopping history, history was already.
No, I don't know why it was popping
weird.
up
like that. It was really weird.
Because mine was blank when I first
logged in. There's some really weird stuff on there. We won't get into it.
And I also have to announce this too. I redid the site so that way if you're on the
popcorn,
if you're on an iPhone, you can play the stuff directly to your iPhone now.
Cool.
From the website. So if you want to go there and listen, while you're doing something else, you can do that too. Because I realized that there was not a player on an iPhone. Because I always use my iPad to look, the mobile version. So I changed that up. Yeah. So, but so we're starting to do some cool stuff with the website, and we will be doing more stuff.
Yeah.
House of L's got
you guys have
Battle Axe Award. And I have Wall of Service that I'm putting up for people that have left that were awesome for the clan. Oh. So I'm doing...
we'll have...
the Wall of Service.
It'll say, come to the clan, and you know who you are, because you're already in the clan doing shit. So fucking...
And it's... So it tells the leader, it tells, the requirements for the thing, and then it says... So we're doing the new Battle Axe Award, the MVP of War... Gets to pass it on. I think it's an awesome idea. And it went to first DJ 007 and then to RM _84.
I got to say that
I like
the
it. It's
most
fun.
valuable player is every goddamn person in the house. We work together fantastically. I really love it. I don't really have to do that much, and I am nowhere near the best attacker in the clan. I mean,
You definitely don't do much. You bitch a lot.
No, it's a good thing about the.
breaking my balls. But no, it's because everybody works together, and then if people are like, "Hey,
The most stressed out in your life I ever see you is about a war.
yeah, well, yeah, I don't
Hands down.
Yeah, sometimes it gets on my nerves. Rico's little girl was sick, and he couldn't be around. He's really a big part of the co-leaders, and she's fine, and she's getting better now. She had a cold, I think. Kind of serious. She was in the hospital for a couple of days, so we were all rooting for her and feeling bad. Another thing is family. Even though it's kind of anonymous, but we talk to each other nearly every day, even though we don't really know each other. Although there's got to be 2 different handfuls of people in House of Zod that are friends in real life. I mean, you've seen the semi.
Like that's the SOAS guys. Like they're all friends. It's kind of like Minnesota Nice.
When the one dude got
on what?
When one of our members became a elder, 2 of the guys were out drinking together, and one of them passed out. Well, we decided to make that guy an elder because he's super into it.
Oh, I saw
and the
those
guy
pictures.
and his buddy markered his forehead. Elder, #elder, and took a picture of it and sent it in. And so, so when Sam and Dal, when he made,
Super long day.
when he made co-leader, we were like, okay, you guys out drinking tonight? And yeah, I'm like, okay, get him fucking liquored up, and when he passes out, I want that picture of #co-leader across his forehead. Well, just the other day, the dude that was doing the marketing passed out early and got #member across his forehead. Like, ha ha ha. And then it was somebody who was like, so did you notice that, or did the waitress tell you at breakfast? And he's like, oh no, I fucking was embarrassed when I got in the car, because then he looked in the rear view and like, oh, you burnt. That's hilarious, But
so what did he do before he got in the car? Did he do anything? Or he didn't go out to eat or anything?
Well, no, that was the question was, so did you notice it happened, or did the waitress tell you? He's like, no, I noticed. Okay. All right, that's funny.
All right, well, let's wrap this up.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's community. We all come together.
I've just been loving this game lately. We're having a lot of fun.
Everybody works real good. Even though we got a lot of new guys in House of Zod that just coming around for, hey, fans and stands.
I think the game is fun. Is more fun now than it ever has been. I think with the community and
we got
people hanging out and doing different
5
stuff.
clans of 200 fans in
and
the
House
stands
of
that all
L
work
Junior.
together.
So if you're 18 plus, or if you have a kid and you want to know where there's a clean place to send them, House of L Junior, you can go over there. Strict no swearing policy.
I have a nephew.
That type of stuff. Yeah. Like where you can send your.
Wait a second. You just said 18 plus.
18
minus.
18 minus.
Yeah.
Well, it's all ages, right? As long as it's it's all ages. Play.
It's a clean clan.
Clean clan.
For all ages, yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't want to call it 2.0 because it's not a feeder clan. That's your that's where to go.
Well, it's a feeder clan, but you got to age.
I guess if you
in real life. Several years.
For God's sakes, now we could look back and go, shit, we wouldn't have thought we were playing for 2 years. I mean, people have graduated high school and, done lots of things.
10-year game. Kids have been born and,
you could, that's always fun, listening to people's stories about it too. So get a hold of us at WBSMT Radio and Clash at
WCMT Radio at clashy.podcast.com. Give me a call at 424-27-CLASH.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get the messages that came in, some of the emails next episode.
Yeah.
So
big up to the gang over at the HOZ.
Yeah, thanks Psychotic T.
Cracking it off.
Congrats to DJ 007 on the first Battle Axe Award, RM84 on the second. It's kind of cool. I really like. See, why do you even have to say that? You just have to This is why
we're fucking out.
this is why he can't text.
What?
All right.
All right.
Keep it clashy.
See ya.
Skilly beep 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 skilly beep.